Hi, all my magical badasses. How are you guys doing? I am so happy that you're here, and I really hope that you enjoyed the first video. So this one, we are focusing on our new moon energy, and our new moon is in Scorpio, and we are in Scorpio season, and I am a Scorpio, so I feel like all this timing is perfect. My birthday is actually tomorrow, so the new moon energy kind of nudges into my birthday, which I'm very excited for because I could really use a chill birthday. And I kind of tend to hide away around the new moon and the full moon because the energy is so strong. So, recapping from from the full moon in Taurus, that full moon was trying to nudge us to give us some extra time and space to be with ourselves so we could recharge our batteries, to find that inner strength and make sure that we were making it sustainable. So I really hope that you guys were able to do that, that you had at least one moment in these last couple weeks that you felt like you were really just resting and recharging and doing something for yourself. So just like every cycle, every cycle kind of leads into the next. So it preparing us to get our strength and teaching us how to do it on ourselves from the Taurus full moon. Now we're going to the Scorpio new moon, and the Scorpio energy is intense. We're really intense people. I don't know if you guys knew that. Anybody who has a Scorpio close to them knows that. Usually there's only one per group of people because we take up a lot. So with this new moon, it's still that kind of hiding away, but this time it's giving you that subconscious boost to really start digging deep, to really get in touch with your intuition and start listening to your soul. It's trying to tell you something. And you just need to be able to now get even quieter than before. At first we kind of isolated, and now you isolate and get quiet in order to let those messages from our soul and our intuition and the universe come through for us. The other thing about Scorpio energy is that it tends to dig up things that we try to ignore. It tends to call out the truth on things that we don't really want to see. So we also may be feeling, as we're working with ourselves and hopefully giving yourself some quiet time to be with yourself, it's usually when these messages come up. And especially with this energy, you may be feeling forced to examine some things in your life that are no longer serving you, which it's always good to purge those. And it's always good to take advantage of the purging energy in the universe to make sure those transitions, although a lot of them aren't easy, somewhat smooth. So things that are no longer serving us, especially if we are in denial or still clinging onto something that we know deep down we should be letting go of. So this could be a bad habit, material possession, relationship, even a certain mindset that could be holding you back. So there I go with my uns and so's again. So just be aware of that. This is all about just being aware of the energy around us and within us and using it to our advantage in order to, I don't want to say coast through life, but I roller coast through life, ups and downs. That's all it is. And this way we can maybe navigate it all a little easier. So, new moon reading. Let's just get to the cards. I know my last video was a little winded, but it was the first one, so we gave ourselves a break. So I have a couple questions I came up with for our new moon in Scorpio energy, and I'm really excited to try them out with you guys. So today I'm going to use my regular deck my regular tarot deck, which is the Smith-Waite Borderless deck. It's pretty cool. It looks kind of old, and I love it. I love this deck. So, and I want to introduce you guys to tarot and to how we can tap in, how these are just tools to help us tap into those non-tangible things. So let's shuffle a bit. So while I was working, meditating on the energy and preparing for all the info that we want to share, these are kind of the questions I came up with that and with Scorpio energy. Things that I think we can all benefit from. That's the thing about astrology, is that you're not limited to the traits of your sign. I think, you know, if you dig deep into it, yeah, the sun signs are very general, and then once you get into your chart, what your moon and your rising sign is saying, that's where a lot of the detail can come through. A lot of people, most of the people that I know who don't really believe in it, even though it's not technically a belief, it's just a system, that don't believe in it, are usually very true to their signs. I see you out there. I see you a little true to your signs. And I've just found it a great tool in helping recognize those not so great traits like that everybody has, and being able to overcome that. And then also we can learn a lot from each other. We can learn a lot from the good qualities of other people's signs. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles just popped out. I couldn't tell if it was up or down, which is the charity. It's the charity card, the give and receive. So equal exchange, which is what all that is. Okay, so I'll stop babbling. We'll shuffle a little bit more here. So, and then one more time. All right, got the deck. So, first question, how can we protect ourselves from unwanted energy? I feel like because Scorpio is so intense, we also tend to intensely feel things, and that magnetism can make everybody else more intensely feel things. So how can we protect ourselves from unwanted energy? Hello, Six of Pentacles. This is the card that just popped out of the deck first time around, and I popped it back in, and you saw me shuffle it a couple times. So Six of Pentacles in reverse here. So basically, the way we protect ourselves from unwanted energy or from unwanted energy suckers is to be very choosy with who we spend that time and energy with. And that if it's not, this in reverse is not an equal exchange. This is, you know, if it was this way, see the scales or the balance, it's imbalanced. So make sure that you're not spending your time with people where there is an uneven exchange of balance, that you are maybe giving more than you are receiving, or somebody is taking more from you than you are getting. Make sure that there is a equal and beneficial give and take. So this is what happens when you ignore cards that pop out of the deck. They want their messages heard. Number 2, how can we claim our power? So we're getting rid of that unwanted energy. So how can we step into our power and claim it? Ooh, the Knight of Cups. This is one of my favorite knights, not only because he's a water sign and sometimes a Scorpio. The Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor. See him with his white horse and his shining armor. He's the knight in shining armor. He is the knight of love, baby. So this comes up a lot, I feel like, with self-love, or making sure that, you know, claiming our own power. It would be making sure we're taking care of ourselves, which is a lot of what the energy is. I mean, there's a reason why, you know, hashtag self-care, this self-care movement is getting really big right now, because it's so necessary. It's so necessary for us to fill our cups in order to be beneficial to those that we love around us. So this is very important. I'm very happy this came up. Love yourself, you guys. Do something for yourself, and then make sure that, you know, you're filling your cup, doing something for yourself, so then maybe you can, you know, watch the kids and your partner can go do something for themselves. I think it's, again, with the equal exchange, again, with an uneven exchange, make sure that this is being an equal part of the equal exchange, especially because the Knight of Cups is about self-love and how we love you, and also how, you know, we give love to each other. See him giving his love there. So yeah, it's really important. And if you're not filling your cup, it's very hard to give that love to other people. So take some time for yourself, and then help somebody else take some time for themselves. It will be super beneficial for both of you. So cool. Off to such a cool start. All right. Okay. We're 11 and a half minutes. 3 more questions. What is subconsciously holding us back? You know, I had to have a deep subconscious question for Scorpio new moon. Ooh. This is so good, you guys. I can't tell you how much I love this. The Tower in reverse. You are subconsciously holding yourself back. This has also been a huge theme. This is a huge theme in my life also. I see it in the world around me all the time. Fear. This very much comes up when you are holding yourself back. You're getting in your own way of change. I think a lot of people need tower moments right now. Things are needing to change. And if you are in a fear place, or you're second guessing yourself, or, you know, there's a lot of fear. So don't let your own fear hold you back. The Tower comes up in reverse when you are getting in the way of big change that is necessary. So don't do that. Figure out why you're afraid of it. You know, sometimes you have to think of like the worst possible case scenario. Like, okay, if I did this thing and it failed, what would happen? Would I, you know, lose my job? Would I lose my family? Would I lose? And most of the time, it's like, okay, I lose my job. Are there other jobs out there? Do we have a very low unemployment rate right now? Yes. So we really do put all these own limitations on ourselves. I do it. We all do it. And I think the key to overcoming it is recognizing it. So this is very cool. Subconsciously holding ourselves back. We're just doing it. This is you subconsciously holding you back. This is the card. It's you. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It's kind of you. I do it to myself. I'm subconsciously holding myself back all the time. We're afraid of what might happen. We're afraid of if we succeed. We're afraid if we fail. We're afraid what people think of us. It's okay. I think if you admit your fears and look at them, and you know, we're all afraid and we don't need to be. So let's help each other out, okay? With self-love and helping each other with the self-love. We're running out of time. Okay, let's go. What can we do to ensure that we rise from the ashes? Because I love my theme questions. I came up with my questions last week too. It was pretty, last moon, I was pretty proud of myself. The Scorpio, one of the symbols of Scorpio is the phoenix. So the Scorpio is the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. It's the evolution of Scorpio. So if you're a Scorpio and you want to talk about stuff, you let me know. We can. So what can we do to ensure that we rise from the ashes? So that when we finally get out of our own ways and have these big tower moments that sometimes, although hard, are necessary, what can we do to ensure that we rise like the beautiful phoenix? Oh, you guys, you know, I was hoping to introduce you to my tarot cards in a very nice and loving way. And I guess I shouldn't have picked the Scorpio new moon or the Scorpio season to do that, because Scorpio is dark and they like dark things, and we like the truth even if it hurts. So I'm sorry that you're getting scary cards. I promise they're not as scary as they look. So to ensure that we rise from the ashes, the devil. Now the devil comes about a lot of the time when, again, with, this kind of ties in with the fear. We've all been through a lot of shit in the last couple of years, haven't we? Remember 2016 and how awesome that year was? So I think that, again, this is a cycle. Can't be good all the time. So when we are trying to rise from these ashes, when we're trying to, start anew, be the next best version of ourselves, coming from pain and grief and heartbreak and all these crazy things that we've been experiencing the last couple of years, on your road to healing. And this, again, this is very general, which I like that these messages come out very general, because we all do it. We're all guilty. We're all human. The devil is very much the warning against self-medicating, self-sabotage. So again, which goes perfectly with our Tower in reverse, don't get in your own way. This is the most important thing with your healing, is the love. The love. Make sure it's healthy, a healthy love, I've seen some unhealthy love, and it's very unfortunate, and those people need therapy. But make sure it's a healthy love. It's not this love, a unhealthy attachment sort of love. This can be the addiction card. It can also be the Capricorn card. We like our Capricorns. But I think there's a dark side of Capricorn, because they can be so positive and regimented. They're also ruled by Saturn, which is where the word Saturday comes from. And there used to be these, I think it was in Greek times, don't quote me on the time, and I can't remember the official name, because I know things. The Saturn parties were, the debauchery. It was to kind of let go, so that we're not so rigid all the time. We can't just suppress. You can't suppress the darkness. If you suppress it, that's when it comes out in other ways. You have to every now and then, feed the darkness, let it come out to play a little bit, put it back in the box. So I think this is very much, everything in moderation, even in moderation. But making sure that there's a time and a place when we all want to get cray and weird and have a good time. I know, because I went to my friend's Halloween party last weekend. That is the time, that is the place, and it was great. But we're not doing it all the time, every weekend. If you feed the beast within a little bit, he'll be quiet. He'll be good. So, and this is all again about getting deep. I know this is a lot, you guys. I know. It's all about getting deep and getting to know who you are, and saying yes to those things that society might not think is cool, but also you want to make sure that you're doing things in a healthy way. You can still be debaucherous in a healthy way, on the weekend. That's why it's called Saturday. Okay, so last question. How can we manifest positive change in our world? So here we go. We've risen from the ashes. Now what? How do we create positive change in our own personal world? 10 of Pentacles. This is a lovely reading, you guys. We start out with the 6 of Pentacles reverse, which is very much like 6 is a nurturing number. tangible things, that sort of thing. We got our King of Cups coming in. We have our little warnings of not letting the fear take over. And again, and fear creeps in with the devil too. And that's why we turn to self-medication a lot of the time and self-sabotage is because of fear. So these cards go great together. Here's your little warning to be self-aware so you don't ruin the good things that you're building for yourself. You deserve the good things, people. So, Ten of Pentacles. This is the abundance card. This is the card of, it's the 10 of coins. And you like see the old man there, and he's got his family and his grandchildren. This is, wealth and sustainability and abundance. So I think we're trying, and that's ultimately what we're all trying to manifest is abundance. So how are you going to do that? Well, the opposite would be to focus on scarcity, and that's just going to bring you more scarcity. This also, if you're doing all of these things and heeding this warning and showing your love for yourself and your family and those around you, and making sure you're having even energy exchanges, and just also, I think too, make sure that you are recognizing what you already have. Make sure that you are saying thank you. And we just got to 22 minutes right when I said that. Power number. Make sure that you are recognizing the good things in abundance you already have. We very much live in this society of, and I talked about this last week, or the last moon, because the themes keep coming up, y'all. It's because we need to keep working on them. Make sure that you are recognizing how abundant your life already is. Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food in your fridge? Do you have a comfy, warm bed to sleep in? You have clothes in your closet? Sometimes you have to start at saying the simplest thank yous to see the big things that we should be grateful for. Because the more we're grateful for those things, the things that we already have, the easier it is to attract more great things into our lives. That's how it works. It's called the law of attraction. And I tried to ignore that for a long time. My mom tried to make me read The Secret, and I was not about it. And unfortunately, it's a thing. It's so a thing. So I had other cards. Oh, there they are. Because we did the Angel Tarot last week, and we did Mystical Shaman card. I'm going to pull one of, this is Doreen Virtue's Archangel Oracle cards. Doreen Virtue has some really amazing oracle cards. I recommend them. She no longer really does tarot cards. She actually had a very spiritual experience where Jesus came to visit her, and she's now a Christian, but she still very much supports her angel work and all the work we're doing. It's just a different path. We're all here for different paths, so it's okay if we're not all on the same one. So her path just changed, but she's got great cards. I love these Archangel Oracle cards. I've been reading a lot about angels lately, and they're pretty cool. I think it's Uriel is the gold one. So we're just going to see if there's any other, just a little wrap-up message. I think this was really cool. Oh, almost made it under 30 minutes. Trying. Okay. Let's go there. You know what to do. Uriel. I just said his name. All the gold. They listen. See? They listen. Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Without delay. Stop letting that fear hold you back. You know what to do. Your soul and your intuition is telling you. It's talking to you all the time. That ego loves all this fear-mongering, man. It loves it. It's like, see, you're not safe. You should be doing doomsday preparation. Like, stop. Don't do that. It's gonna be okay, you guys. It's gonna be okay. 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 Oh, this is. I don't know if I've ever pulled this card before. I've had this deck forever. It's the last deck in the deck, or last card in the deck. Okay. You are far wiser than you realize. I told you you are. And your inner wisdom has already given you the answer that you seek. Embrace this knowledge and trust it. If you're doubtful, ask me to give you clear signs to validate your thoughts and ideas. It's Archangel Uriel. He's a good one. Uriel, if you want to look him up. There's tons of stuff online. I can also help you put your ideas into action and make decisions about the next steps to take. Just ask me and then be willing to work with me by taking action. Working with Archangel Uriel helps to illuminate cloudy situations by lighting your pathway. He usually only lights one step at a time, however, so you may not be able to clearly discern the ultimate outcome of your actions, but you will know which step to take next, all along the way with Uriel's help. Again, it's the journey, not the destination. And I think that's a lot of what the Ten of Pentacles kind of always comes up as a reminder of when, like, what can we do is, it's getting away from that mindset of, oh, I'll be happy when this happens. I'll be happy if this happens. Learn how to try to be happy right where you are. And if you can't figure out something to do instead. And if we talk about that a lot in personal readings, so if you want to get more personal with it, I would love to do personal readings for you. If you're in Colorado, I can do them in person. Otherwise, I can do them through email, through video chat. What else was I going to say? This is really cool. I hope if you guys have questions, please let me know. I'm going to try to do like a live free mini reading video, probably on Facebook. If you're not following me on Facebook, it's Meryl's Mystic. Facebook, YouTube. If you like the video, like and subscribe. I'm now that person. Yeah. So in the live video too, if you guys just have questions in general. Oh yeah, do you like my friend Jojo gave me the sweet unicorn shirt, and I was feeling, my birthday's coming up, I'm feeling extra magical. So if I do a live video soon, keep an eye out for that. I mean, when I do the live video, and if you have questions about any of this stuff during that, I'd be happy to answer them. So cool. I think that's it, you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you next full moon.